And then the data. Coming to the data. Coming to data, we identify the trends, improve processes, and ensure quality. As I said, unless we document properly, unless we write down the data properly, and then unless we analyze that data, we will not be able to identify trends and improve processes and ensure quality. And I'll show you how it can be done. Inaccurate data, lack of analysis, failure to identify trends, you can't improve because it's everything is wrong there. So you'll have suboptimal lab performance. All the opportunity where you can put systems into place are lost, and there is decreased efficiency. There is no improvement because you can't improve because you're looking at data which is not correct. So you need to have data. You need to manage the data. If you have a software, it's very good. Then the analysis, statistical analysis, has to be done with tools. All the key performance indicators have to be in place. Analysis of that report, doing it and keeping it is not the thing. We need to analyze those reports, and the decision should be made on that data. Not just as a whims and fancy, okay, let's change the system, let's change. No, on that data, it has to be. And for all that, we need training. You all won't believe, during our postgraduates, when they were there, post that when they became staff, every single day for 2 hours, 9 to 11 o'clock, every day we had some sort of training going on. And at the end of 3 to 4 years, they became so perfect that they were able to handle everything on their own. And I moved out from the lab and I started up taking other areas in the hospital. So from 2007, started with biochemistry, then hematology, then blood bank, then microbiology, then histopathology. When I went to a management, I said, ma'am, I'm a biochemist, I don't know anything. He said, I'm not a doctor, I'm running a medical college. You learn and put. And you know how I learned? I used to go for enable audits, and along with me were pathologists and microbiologists, and many of them were from St. John's. I have to thank them so much because they were so full of sharing. Because they shared their learnings with me, I was able to come and implement it in the blood bank. I was able to implement it in the pathology, the microbiology. What is cultures? What is subcultures in microbiology? What is pooled plasma? What is, how to manage the blood bank? These all were things that I had no clue, and learned and implemented it. And then went on to train pathologists and microbiologists. Now, today, when I have my system, I'm saying, how come you're talking about microbiology? How come you're talking about pathology? And I called the pathologist and said, okay, this is an incident. How will you manage it? I said, no, what you're saying is wrong. This is how you have to manage it. Check and come back. She said, ma'am, how did you know? I said, anything can be learned. And when you approach learning with the way of wanting to learn the right way of doing things. And when you learn the right way of doing things, you don't learn the wrong way. Lifelong, you will teach the right way. And that is why I feel training is very important. We are not born with all the knowledge. So well-trained staff are essential for delivering quality results. Nowadays, we have scattered. The net is full of information. There is no dearth of information. But then there is so much of information. How do you funnel it down to actually put it as a process? It takes months to filter, and come down, trial and error. And it's not worth it. It took us years to finally come up with this laboratory operation system. Today, I'm able to talk on this subject is because of the years of implementing it. Lack of competency assessment, failure to provide ongoing training. Competency assessment. What is this competency assessment? How should I go about doing competency assessment? We had never heard of the word in India. But now it is so important. You might teach somebody, but you ask him to do it and you find that he's not doing it properly. That means he's not competent to do it. Knowledge he might be having, but groundwork? No. So you need to know whether he has the knowledge to do it rightly and apply the knowledge and do it perfectly. Then he is competent. Otherwise, it's a failure to provide ongoing training. So the impact: errors in testing, non-compliance with procedures, decreased efficiency in patient safety. Comprehensive training programs, comprehensive assessment, ongoing training, opportunities and documentation of training records. You need to have it, because when you note down, okay, when we are assessing him, he did this step well, he did this second step well, third step he is not able to do. Then when you go to the third step, look, what you're doing is this, you need to do this. You can pinpoint where exactly he's going wrong. Instead of just saying, hey, no, you have not done it properly, undergo training fully. No. Come to the point and focus on that point and empower him with that knowledge. That is comprehensive training programs. And you can tailor make the training programs only when you do competency assessment. And this is ongoing. And we need to have documentation of the training records. So all these pillars aside, once they are on one side, they're all interlinked by a process chain. That process chain also should be standardized. So process standardization in laboratories is crucial for ensuring consistency. If each one is doing whatever they want, there is no interconnection. Then there is no reliability. The store manager, I will indent whatever I want, whenever I want. Why are you telling me what to indent? I know what to indent. The person in the lab says, today we have more samples, I don't have reagent, give. Who asked you not to tell me well in advance? Then this kickbacks will start. Unless there is harmony, only then can we ensure consistency and reliability. So team management is also very important part of process standardization. And then we have, so only then we will have standardization. Now, what is the current status everywhere? We all know that process standardization to reproduce, quality control, efficiency, regulatory compliance, easier training, all this we know. But are we doing it? No. Inconsistent. One person is doing one method of processing QC, another person is doing another method. One person is calibrating in one way, another person is maintaining it another way. One person is preparing the reagent in one way, one person is storing it in one way. Have we told them the moment it comes, you have to within half an hour put it in the refrigerator at 4 degrees or 2 to 4 degrees and ensure that the fridge is not packed and the temperature is monitored, the fridge door is closed? Are we giving that sort of instructions and data for them and a checklist for them to follow? No. When we don't tell them every step, we don't give them the entire flow, each one will do it their way. As a result of which we have inconsistent data and lack of uniform protocols and variable sample handling. So, unreliable results, increased error rates, difficulty in comparing results across labs, wasted time, wasted resources, repeatedly doing this machine, that lab, this lab, non-compliance, and leave research. The value only is wrong. What research we'll do on wrong values? Only when you have a system which is very robust, then everything will fall into place. We'll have improved results. Data quality is good. We can easily pinpoint where things are going wrong. We'll have beautiful workflows. Number of people, so less number of people we need, because people are not all over the place. And everybody knows, and they work as if every day is an enable audit. And there's collaboration. And new staff, when they come, I remember when my first staff came, they took 3 years, 4 years to learn the systems in biochemistry. Then the next batch, when they came, they took, I think, 1.5 years. This present generation, there were 2 girls who came in. Amazing, in 3 months, they're able to get everything up and going, because we had fine-tuned our systems in such a way that they have ready-made instructions for them to follow. And that led to increased confidence in their work. So, detailed SOP, detailed set of instructions. Implement the quality management system by training your staff, doing competency assessment, ensuring equipment maintenance, calibration, standardizing the data, do internal audits, external audit, continuous improvement. Only then will we implement a robust system. And that's a well-structured system that ensures all the components work seamlessly to deliver quality results. So, what are the key elements? Clear roles, responsibilities. Everything is standardized, effective training, implementation, regular monitoring and evaluation, and a culture of continuous improvement. When you have a system like this, 100% the value on the report is the value in the patient's body. I can 100% guarantee you that. Now you want to see a sample of a beautiful dashboard? Here it is. SOP number, clause description, policy, procedure, records. This we have for the entire ISO 15189-2022. 167 line items. What is the clause and what is the SOP for it? What is our policy? What is our procedure? What is our records that we have to maintain? If this dashboard is there, there is no going back. Then assigning each work to who? The housekeeping people in the laboratory. Where? The technician in the laboratory. The quality manager in the laboratory. The deputy technical manager in the laboratory. For every task, there is one particular person. You need to assign and tell them in which location. Is it in the main lab, in the phlebotomy? So, like that, you have roles. Lab manager role. Provide overall leadership and management. Develop, implement lab policies. All these are sentences that you will find anywhere and everywhere. Quality manager. These are all the things that a quality manager should do. These are all the things a technical manager has to do. A phlebotomist has to do all these things. This is there everywhere. But how they have to do it, what they have to do, say QC program, assigning the mean NSD in the machine, all QC preparation in vials, arrange the aliquot in control box, document into the control usage, weekly IQC data, taking LJ printout, IQC CAPA documentation, lot-to-lot QC verification. These are specific tasks assigned, not just handle QC. If you go back, can you see these all are very, very broad? Maintain QMS, develop policies, effective mitigate risks. This is general. But here, what am I doing? I'm telling them exactly what they have to do. This is the type of instructions you need to give them. What is the stock management rules? Monthly indenting the stock, capital indenting, material indenting, weekly stock checking, maintaining accountability, reagent consumables, calibration consumables, control consumables. When you do that, what are the registers? Stock damage register, reagents taken from the fridge register, distribution of the thing, consumables quality check, consumables file, storage conditions of the stock. All these documents, equipment manager, what all he has to do? He has to do all these. Changing the wash solutions, PM cleaning, calibration, ABL documents, NABH documents, maintaining. Every task is assigned so that he has clarity on what all he has to do. When it comes to sample, what they have to do, where they have to do, how they have to do it. And that you need to tell them in this manner. Purpose. What is this for? The purpose of this register is to document the verification of a new reagent. What is the procedure you have to? Whenever new reagent is loaded, it is verified by comparing with the before QC and after QC and document it in the register. Who has to do it? The technician who load the reagent. Where? In the new reagent lot verification register in the given below format. What is the below given format? Which day, what test, free PSA, reason for reagent, new lot number, expiry date, result with the old reagent, what was the L1 QC, what was the L2 QC. Then with the new reagent and L3 QC. Then with the new reagent, what was the L1 value, L2 value, L3 value. And then who did it and verified by. When somebody gets instructions like this, now all of you all type in the chat box. Will it be very clear to them what they have to do?